I'll give you two different ways he can do that. One of which is the thing that scares a lot of people that's really, really damaging, which is to pull the U.S. out of a bunch of deals in an effort to renegotiate them. That, like if the U.S. was to pull out of NAFTA, that would be a very, very bad thing. If the U.S. was to pull out of the WTO, that would be a very, very bad thing. It has the prospect of setting off something like an international trade war. That's the nightmare scenario. That's a really bad. It would be consistent with his statements. Now let me tell you another version of what he can do. That same thing, get same number of photo ops, so he can talk about how many American jobs he's saved. That I wouldn't be entirely in favor of, but I could live with. Let's say what he does instead is use the different powers the United States has under those treaties to push a number of different disputes. Like all of a sudden goes to the WTO and starts getting a lot more aggressive about pursuing disputes against a lot of our trading partners. Uses the powers in NAFTA in different ways to try and influence things around it, or alternatively just spends most of his time jawboning U.S. business leaders to try and convince them to keep jobs here. Now, all those things would allow him to do the same credit claiming and say that, look, I lived up to what I did. I'm out here fighting for American jobs, that have been devastated by trade, without bringing down the world trade structure. And see, that's what's so hard about it, is both of those work as strategies. And one of them's really dangerous, one of them isn't. One of them is it could provoke a lot of retaliation from other countries on similar ways that they would file disputes back against the United States. If he engaged in different sorts of measures under WTO law that are, shall we say, very aggressive interpretations about what's allowable, but the system will reverse those over time. And if they stay in it, that's, it's not what I would like ideally, but it's manageable. It's not a disaster.